Yep, we're good to go. So,
Awesome.
welcome everyone. Welcome to this our fifth community call here in Discord. I'm glad to see a lot of people joining. So, yeah, thanks everyone for joining. This community is getting bigger and bigger. I remember like our first ever community call, we had like less than 100 people joining, and now we have literally thousands of people joining and going to get some alpha on Plume Network. So, yeah, welcome, Teddy. How you doing?
Good, good. How you doing, Victor? And yeah, it's great to see how, our community has grown so fast, so quickly in the last few months.
Yeah, I know, but I'm good. I'm good. I'm pretty happy with the growth of the community these past few weeks. We literally are having uh, thousands of people coming to chat about RWAs, to learn more about Plume. So that's really exciting. That's really exciting to see. So yeah, and this week we planned this community call because we have a couple news for the community, some stuff that people really would really want to hear. So yeah, let's get to it. So first of all, can you give us a sneak peek at the cool stuff coming up for the incentivized testnet? And there's also an NFT there, so please tell us more about that.
Yeah, of course. So I think you guys, I think you guys saw on Twitter, but yeah, we are ramping up for incentivized testnet, and it's definitely coming very soon. I know you guys saw the 99% loading bar. Um, a lot of exciting things coming with our testnet. I'll give you guys more details later in this call, but on a high level, our incentivized testnet will be separated into a few parts. And the first part would be on Plume more specifically, and then the second part would be to our broader community. Um, Anyways, very interesting stuff. I'll share more details later. And then in terms of the NFT drop, I think you guys have seen our Plume Goon account. It's definitely, if you guys have been following, you guys are early for sure. We basically, we want to reward our early community with a specific PFP that also will be, very what's the word? I guess rewarding in nature come end of our testnet and TG. So I'll just leave that there. And yeah, I think overall you guys should definitely stay tuned with all of our updates that we're posting on our socials.
Yeah. Like the first call to action, it's always stay posted on our socials, in our official announcements. We have multiple channels where we announce things, but the main channels are our Twitter, our main Twitter account. Also, always verified. That's the verified account with the golden tick on the side. And we also have our announcements channel here on Discord. So always go there for a trustful source of information. So yeah, and well, let's talk a bit more about the incentivized testnet. So, what would be like the period of time where you can farm points for a reward?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, look, the big idea behind incentivized testnet is we want to basically open the stomping grounds for, the whole ecosystem and the community to like learn more about what we've been building. So to give you guys a sense, we have a bunch of different, call it like over 15 projects working with us for this campaign, our incentivized testnet campaign. And as a user, you'll be able to come on the Plumes network, learn about the different, I guess, product features that we have, and also play with the different use cases on our network, whether it's like bar lending, RWAs, buying RWAs. I don't want to reveal too much because it's still a surprise, but all in all, it's going to be a way for you guys to get exposure to what we've been building in the last 8 months. And on top of that, like Victor mentioned, you'll be able to farm our plume points that I think a lot of you guys have been kind of farming already. If you've been, like in our last few community calls, you're definitely early in this sense, and we definitely want to reward our early community. So definitely a great sign if you guys are here. And I guess like in terms of like helping out like our community and devs, like our team has been internally testing our test net a bunch, but also like the whole point of incentivized test is to make sure like our product is running smoothly as we gear up for mainnet. So it's a bunch of things on the technical side and the community side, but this is truly a way for all of us to play with the network and see what we've been building the last few months. So super excited that we're getting very close, and we have a bunch of exciting surprise announcements for the next few weeks for you guys. So stay tuned.
Yeah, I know. Like, and great point. You told her that if you ever participated in a previous Galaxy campaign, intro campaign, or like basically any campaign, even like participating here on the Discord server, you will be getting some points in advance. So maybe when you open your points dashboard, you will see already some points there. So yeah, let's see how that goes. Some of you will have literally thousands of points because you are super active in the community. Uh, so yeah, and well, Teddy, I heard that there was something about seasons. Like this incentivized testnet will be divided in seasons. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, of course. So I touched upon it earlier, but and I also don't want to reveal too much because it's honestly like our team's been cooking this up. It's super exciting from our perspective. But we're gonna break up our incentivized test into a few seasons. The first season, to give you guys a high level, is basically gonna be a deep dive into our network itself, and basically give you guys an overview of how RWAs work on Plume. I don't want to review like the specific actions, but on a very high level, if you guys participate in the first season, you'll definitely be very seasoned and well versed with like how we think about RWAs on Plume in general. And then the second season is more of a ecosystem collab where we've selected our top partners, whether they're infra partners or different projects building on us, to basically showcase the different unique use cases that's very special to Plume that you guys can't find anywhere else. So this, I think, I think this is honestly one of the more exciting campaigns that our team has seen across all the different test nets. But very excited for you guys to hop in, and like Victor mentioned, it will be a great way to not only learn more about what we're building, but also to get early alpha and start racking up points that will be rewarding come a few months from now.
Great. Thanks for that, Alphas. But well, can you tell us a bit more about like what's the big idea behind the whole thing of the incentivized testnet, and how's that going to help our community and especially the developers too?
Yeah, of course. I touched upon this earlier, but the idea of the incentivized testnet is to really have everyone get exposure to our different projects, to our network, to basically how to do any sort of on-chain action on Plume. In terms of like, the developers in the community, like I mentioned earlier, like our team's been internally testing our network for months now, and we're very excited to release what we've been building and cooking in-house. So, as we gear up for mainnet, we definitely look towards the community as well to give their opinion and kind of weigh in on like what we've been building. But in exchange, like I know it can be very it could take a lot of time from the community perspective, which is why we wanted to design a campaign on top to basically allow you guys to farm extra rewards, and also with the NFT drop, I don't want to reveal too much of it, as I mentioned earlier, but there will be a lot of extra surprises there, and honestly, just a cool way to kind of get involved with the rest of the community within the Plume Goons.
Yeah, great. Thanks for that. Like the community is really excited to learn more about that NFT that we mentioned earlier. Maybe I can ask you a couple questions around that, the NFT, in a few minutes. But just to wrap up around the incentivized testnet, how can we get involved as community members? And what kind of rewards can we expect?
Yeah, definitely. I would say like this is our fifth community called Victor. So, for you guys in the audience, you're definitely early. We want to incentivize our early communities that, have been with us since day one. It's honestly, it's amazing to see how, in the last 6 months we went from having an early community call to where we are now with almost 5,000 audiences. So to get involved with our incentivized test set, if you're already here, that's a really that's a really great sign to say the least. But I would also say you need to stay updated with all of our announcements. I know we had a waitlist form. Definitely sign up there. And we'll be pushing out a few more, announcements as we gear up for the launch of the incentivized testnet. So just stay tuned with all of our socials.
Great, great. Thanks for that alpha. And well, what about the wait list? There's a link in our main website in a couple of our announcements. What about that wait list? Should people register there?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I think that's a good sign. Like, I mean, you guys are aware, and we talked about in the last community call, but we just announced our fundraise, a 10 mil fundraise led by Han Ventures and Galaxy Digital, and a bunch of other very tier one investors. And as a call to action to that, we wanted to kick off the signups for our testnet. So, if you guys haven't already, go to our website. There'll be a huge yellow button you can click. And after clicking that, you'll be able to sign up for our incentivized testnet. And as I've mentioned on many calls, it's you guys are early. It's always a great sign to be early, and we have a lot of things brewing, so it's going to be a very exciting, very exciting next few months to say the least.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. Actually, not months, but these things will start in a few days or weeks. So stay tuned. Stay
Exactly.
tuned. Like this thing, it's just around the corner. So don't miss out. And well, let everyone know that this is about to start. Um, and Teddy, I
Yeah.
know you don't want to reveal that much information about the NFT, but I truly think that the community deserves some alpha around it, especially because they're here. They joined this community call. So can you tell us what makes this NFT thing so special and why we should be excited about it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's a great question. I'm sure you guys have seen the Plume Goon account. It's basically a shadow goon right now. We've been, looking to design basically a really interesting and unique PFP for our community since, you guys have been with us since day one, and we really value all you guys' input so far. So, this community really deserves something special. So the profile, the NFT drop, will be, like I said, Victor, I don't want to review too much, but basically it'll be a very interesting version of the Shadow Goon. So if you guys aren't aware of the Shadow Goon, go to, the Plume Goon Twitter account, give it a follow. Um, and yeah, it will be a rewarding NFT drop in the sense that if you're holding the NFT, come our testnet, you'll be able to, farm additional rewards from that. So that's all I'll say for now, Victor. But yeah, let's definitely everyone like definitely stay tuned over the next few days. We have a bunch of new announcements coming out regarding the NFT drop.
Yeah, yeah. So just to be clear in terms of the timeline for the community, we'll have the NFT drop first, and then we're having the incentivized testnet later, right?
Yeah, that's exactly it. And I think yeah, it'll be a great way to sequence everything into our exciting test net.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So, well, yeah, Teddy, those I think those are the main announcements we had for the community day. A bit on the alphas on the NFT drop and a bit on the incentivized testnet. But I don't know if there's like anything else that you want to share with the community right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think I want to thank everyone for being with us since, day one. I think, last 2 weeks ago, we announced our 10 mil fundraise from very lead, U.S. institutional type investors and very crypto native investors as well. And it's just been a super exciting time. I know some of you guys in the community, you guys were with us at Consensus. It was really great to see all of the positive feedback from everyone, from our partners, investors, community members, projects. So all I want to say is that, incentivized testnet is around the corner for us, and our team has been working, day and night to prepare, a very exciting testnet for you guys to, learn more about Plume in general, but also our ecosystem project. So just want to say thanks to you guys, for being with us since day one, and in return, we'll, don't want to give too much alpha, but we'll have a very rewarding incentivized task set for you guys all. So stay tuned. Victor and Tiffany in the larger, marketing community team, they've been working pretty hard on like the socials fronts as well. So definitely stay tuned with everything on Twitter and Discord because we'll be pushing out a lot of, alpha and basically updates as we gear up to the start of our testnet. But yeah, I think that's it, Victor, from my side.
Yo, thanks, Eddie. Thanks, Eddie. So yeah, I will take a couple seconds to remind the community that they should always follow our main accounts. That there's been a couple scammers trying to impersonate our accounts, so always verify that you are following the right accounts. You will always find the official links here on Discord and always hear from our official accounts. So that's the way you will be informed of our latest news. So yeah, thanks, Diddy. Thanks a lot for joining us in this fifth community call. We will be hosting these community calls monthly, so expect these calls at the beginning of each month. So like we've been hosting these calls the first week of each month. So see you guys on the first week of July. I bet that by that time we'll have a lot of news, a lot of updates. By that time, all of you will have your Plume PFP. All of you will be testing our testnet and getting some incentives. And yeah, so some exciting things ahead. Also, remember you will hear this on YouTube too in a few hours. So stay tuned there too.
Yeah, yeah, thanks guys. And just a reminder, definitely give the Plume Goon account a follow. It's we'll be revealing it soon to the community, but definitely give it a quick follow if you haven't.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't forget to follow the Plum Gun account. The intern also dropped some cool memes there, so don't forget to like those memes too. So the intern kind of get paid.
Exactly. I love it. All right, thanks guys. See you guys in the next community call.
See you. Bye bye. Have a very nice day, afternoon, or night. Bye bye.
See you guys.